Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you...
I remember that being everywhere back in the day. Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Game Reserve. My name is Jagger Newman, and I'm Warren these parts. And as you guys can't tell, I've really got Alien on the mind. Alien Romulus is out this weekend. Yesterday, I did a vlog on the impact the Alien franchise has had on the video game industry at large. So, and we've got even more Alien on the docket because tonight we're playing Alien Isolation. This game was released in 2014, 2015, I want to say. This weekend. 2014. Anyway, and it's kind of hard to talk about Alien Isolation without talking about another Alien game that was making the rounds around that time, and that is Aliens Colonial Marines. This was a game that was in development for many, many years, changed many developers, went through so many different iterations, only to come out in 2013 and be a great big humongous dumpster fire. Needless to say, fans of the series were expectedly pissed, especially since the Alien franchise has always had a pretty good track record when it comes to video games. But what nobody knew at the time was that in addition to Colonial Marines, there was another Alien game that was in development at the time that was taking a very different approach to what people were excited for when it came to Aliens Colonial Marines. Whereas Colonial Marines took its cues from James Cameron's Aliens and was more action-heavy experience, Alien Isolation took its cues from the original Alien movie and was intended to be a straight horror game. I know a lot of people had their doubts about Alien Isolation before it came out, especially since it was coming in the wake of Colonial Marines. But when the game came out, people just loved the hell out of it. I feel like Colonial Marines had a lot to do with it. It was just such a breath of fresh air to have an Alien game of such a high quality right after what many people consider to be one of the worst games of all time. I remember playing Alien Isolation when it came out, and I remember playing it again a couple years later, and it's always been a game I personally had mixed opinions on. In a lot of respects, I do acknowledge how good it is. Like, there is a lot to like about Alien Isolation. But at the same time, it also sort of represents a lot of what I disliked about horror games at the time. You know, before Resident Evil 7 came out and just, completely revitalized the horror genre. But still, it is a weekend for Aliens, and nobody voted in the poll I set up to decide what game I would play for this month, for tonight. So, yeah, figured I'd just go with the one that I think most people would want me to play, so we're just going to do Alien Isolation. As to which version of the game I'm going to be playing, I opted to go with the PlayStation 5 version, or PS4 version, I guess. Simply because this is just the version of the game I owned. The game is also available on Xbox 360 and by extension Xbox Series S and all that. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, though, those versions, don't play those ones. But the version of the game to get is, of course, the PC version. And it goes on deep sale on Steam pretty frequently. So if you want to get your hands on this game and you got a good PC rig, definitely go for the PC version. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I was actually watching the original Alien movies last night. It's a nice touch that they have the old school 20th Century Fox promo there. That's a nice touch. Yeah, Creative Assembly, they're mostly known for strategy games, so this was a unique game for them to do at the time. They're very well known for their strategy games, but they never done any horror games before. Oh, dude, that is such a great title screen. the title Alien with the graphic design is always really hard to screw up because it's just elegant in its simplicity, and isolation, the isolation part of it is great. And it's also a good title too because like the big thing about this game is that it's isolating the xenomorph again, whereas we've come to be used to the xenomorphs coming at you in large groups now, which was good for the game because with how often we've seen the Colonial Marines just blow these things away, it's easy to forget how dangerous just one xenomorph is. And the background image of Jupiter with the space colony just being a little speck. It's great. Very atmospheric music too. Outstanding. Yeah, so if you get the game today, it typically comes with all the DLC, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's nice to have that. Go ahead and start a new game. I'm going to turn head tracking off. Noise detection. I wonder if my Raycons would actually send out noise. Well, then again, they're not connected to my PS5, so probably not. Essentially what that means is if you're playing the game with some kind of microphone, the Xenomorph would actually pick up on any noise you make, so if you start to breathe really heavily, it's going to hone in on you because of that, which is a really neat touch. Here's an idea. Why isn't this game in VR, for crying out loud? We'll play on easy. Yes, I want to start a new game. Get all this set up. Right about there should be good. Some pretty good loading screens too. Yes, I'm... So we call this a Disney game now?
Report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew. Kane. Lambert.
That is Sigourney Weaver's final lines from the first Alien movie. I wonder if that's her actually doing a new voiceover, or if that's just taken straight from the film.
And Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up.
If by 6 weeks you mean 57 years?
This is Ripley. Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Why do you have to have the trademark logo there? God. At least hide it, damn it.
Ripley?
It's not who you think it is, for the record.
I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Oh, is that the only thing you recovered?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what it
facility.
is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley. When this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrens if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
I can't decide if that's a douchebag thing to do. Sort of use that to get her on board. Why do they need Amanda Ripley for this anyway? I don't think they ever elaborate on why she was brought on board. Oh, that's cool, waking up from cryo sleep. This is, I think, usually the part where anyone who's played this game makes a perverted comment. But I'm not going to do that because it's beneath me. Alright, so one of the best things about Alien Isolation is definitely the presentation. I mean, just look at this place. This looks like it's just straight out of the original movie. I also love how it's still got the retrograde future setting with the old LCD screens and everything. It's not like a modern interpretation of Alien. It's just, you know, Alien. It's great. Can't go walking around in our underwear, so gotta get dressed. Like in the System Shock games, a lot of the story or the lore of the game you do learn through emails at these computer terminals and everything. So, the thing about Alien is that it's one of those franchises that has, you know, influenced so many different things, especially in the realm of games, that it's kind of hard for it to, you know, come off as a little redundant. But, you know, Alien still finds ways to make itself stand out. I mean, it is based off of one of the great sci-fi classics. And that noise you guys are hearing is the save point. The game uses a manual save system, so think of these like checkpoints in the game. Every time you die, you go back to these. And what's neat about these, like that little animation of her sticking her card in there, while that's playing, you are still vulnerable, so it's not uncommon for you to go to save your progress and then all of a sudden be attacked by the Xenomorph. It's like, so close, dude. Been a while since I played this. Yeah, man, just look at the detail on the spacesuits. You can tell the guys at Creative Assembly really knew what they were doing and were huge fans of the movie. This is just perfect.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuel.
What's up?
Did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you.
I'm not a huge fan of the way that humans are depicted in this game, though. The game does go for a photorealistic style, and the problem there is that, you know, the technology at the time just wasn't there yet. So a lot of the characters in this game end up falling into the uncanny valley, which, you know, might be in the game's favor. It is kind of creepy.
Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
And can you imagine living in a place like this? Spooky.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. Realize your mother has been missing for 15 years and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
All personnel to the bridge, approaching Sebastopol Station.
Looks like we're up.
Seems like it. Yeah, it's cool. Are you gonna say something, guy? Oh, we're waiting on that guy.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class, Captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol Station.
Everyone else thinks she looks like the
Contact is
little
in
girl
Washington,
from
is that
Despicable
right?
Me.
I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
Does everyone have their briefing documents?
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
That's something else I've always liked about the Alien movies, the depiction of space travel. We're so far in the future that rather than space jockeys being, you know, people like Spock or someone you'd see on Star Trek, they're just blue-collar truck drivers. It's really cool.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors.
Like just the captain here wearing what looks like an Hawaiian shirt under her uniform. That's just a great touch.
Is that damage?
This is just another day at work for her.
Punch up 74. Tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a
Yutani Bond, you're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over. Hello, Marshall? Marshall, this is the Torrens. Say again?
Well, something bad has clearly happened here.
The station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you.
I put glasses on this one. This whole situation is just terrifying, and we haven't even encountered the xenomorph yet.
Affirmative.
The Alien series is also really good at just depicting space. It's just like this really unforgiving environment. Like, people always dream about a time where, you know, any average Joe can go into space. But if we would actually reach that point, I wonder how many people would actually want to. I certainly wouldn't. I was never meant to fly.
Taylor Ripley, hold on!
Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody!
Okay, so haven't even gotten to the main gameplay yet, and shit's already hit the fan. First things first, I need to get the spacesuit off. So that's taken care of. It's nice that these things make such a distinct sound to let you know one's nearby. With how dark this game can get, it would be very easy to miss them otherwise. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh. Just like the air vents in the first movie, great. I'll say it again, how cool would this game be in VR? Like, to be able to actually be in the Alien universe, that would just be priceless. Usually we talk about the controls in games like this first, but there isn't really much to say. It uses a typical first-person shooter setup, you know, dual analog and everything. And it feels smooth, it feels responsive. There's nothing finicky about the controls, which is nice. Oh, that was fun.
God damn.
Oh, so that's what we slid down. Neat. The lighting effects in this game are also really cool.
This'll help.
Again, how cool would this game be in VR? Yeah, the other hallmark of environmental storytelling and stuff like that. You see people writing cryptid stuff on the walls, you just know something bad has happened here. It is a survival horror game, so scavenging for resources and everything is very important. Up we go. Might let people know I'm around, but it'll also make it easy to hear people if they're trying to sneak up on me.
Anyone here?
Cool model. Forgotten FU? I tell you what, the standards for graffiti have really gotten bad in the future. This Life for Rent, tomorrow, huh? Yeah, something bad has definitely gone down here. Why am I even saying that? I'm playing a freaking Alien game. I know exactly what's happened here. The game does a really good job using sound to draw the player to certain things, but at the same time, it doesn't use it in ways that really help gameplay-wise. I'll let you know what I'm talking about when we actually get to it. Oh, that's the way it came. What button did I forget to push? Ah, here we go. Hey, guys. And of course they're gone. This is one of the things I don't like about Isolation. There's a lot of just wandering around, which can get old after a while. Pacing is definitely a problem with this game, which is also a big issue considering how long it is. I think this game can go for upwards of 18 hours, which, for a game that mostly centers around dodging a single solitary monster, that can get really old really quick. They do try to find some ways to pad out, but not in any ways that really work. Yeah, definitely not taking any influence from Dead Space. I swear, there's a section just like this in Dead Space 2. Not that it's not okay for Alien to borrow from games like that. After all, there wouldn't be a Dead Space without Alien. Yeah, that's humongous.
God damn it!
Now, if I was the captain of that ship, I would assume something is going wrong in there if I were to see the shutters close like that. Yeah, nice little arcade. Ooh, flare. I can use that. Immediately drawing your eye to where you need to go next. Very well done. And there's that sound. Like, it just baffles me that they use sound so well that way, but then they use it so poorly in other ways. Oh man, that's intimidating. I had a friend in high school who would be terrified of something like this. He did not like enclosed spaces. Hated playing Doom 3 because of that. Doom 3, another game that owes a lot to Alien. I did a whole video on games that took influence from Alien yesterday, so be sure to check that out too. I thought that would get a lot more views than it did. The ones where I talk about a whole bunch of games and reference sessions seem to do well. Probably not doing too well because everyone's probably talking about Alien this weekend. Romulus is getting really good ratings right now. I'm really excited to see that tomorrow with my old man. Looks like we got a comment, Citizen JV. Yeah, it does take place right after the first Alien movie, 15 years to be precise. And I'm not denying that this is a really cool experience, especially if you're a fan of the movie. But as a guy who's played a lot of games that are trying to do similar things to Alien Isolation, I just feel like there's certain aspects of it that could have been better. Namely, the stealth in this game. All it really boils down to is crouching and trying to avoid line of sight. How much noise you're making, how visible you are, stuff like that. You know, all the bells and whistles that make Thief such an engaging experience. They don't do anything in this game, and that can make this just feel just a tad bit shallow. I'm also not a big fan of the encounters with the alien itself. I'm never a big fan of, you know, horror games that think they're being scary by just taking away all means of defense. You primarily want to hide from the alien, but that too can also get a little old. And even when you do get weapons that should be able to take out the alien, they only work for so long because eventually it'll build up an immunity to it. The encounters with the alien just kind of end up being, you know, very one note, I find. It also doesn't help that it just goes on forever. This game needs to be at least 10 or 12 hours shorter than it actually was. Give me 1 second here, folks. My computer died. I need to bring up the stream on my phone. Go. All right, back to it. And again, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this game, even I can't deny the level of quality on display here. Like, I would play this just for the graphics alone. I just want to look at it. I think it's this way I need to go. Ion Torch. There's something of a Metroidvania influence here as well. Over the course of the game, you'll find different tools that allow you to access different portions of the ship. It doesn't go too deep with that. It's not like this 3D Metroidvania like Metroid Prime is, but it's still there, and it does add a bit of variety to the game. good sense of progression, even if it is a little slow in regards to pacing. Shouldn't have this hard a time remembering where I needed to go. Yeah, I played Amnesia: The Dark Descent for this stream before, and I'm an even less big fan of that game because just because I'm running from something doesn't necessarily mean I'm scared of it. It more or less just means that I'm running from it because that's all I can really do in the game. Like, the whole concept of the alien as it's depicted in this game, I think it's better done in something like Resident Evil 2, the remake, where you had Mr. X chasing after you. Damn it, where the hell am I supposed to go? No? One game I have been wanting to try is Amnesia: The Bunker, which, from what I've seen of the game, actually kind of does what I wish this game had done. You know, just sort of streamlining things, focusing on, maybe I gotta go back this way. Oh, now I remember where I need to go. See, one of the problems with this game is you're having to make your way across a great big space colony, whereas in something like The Bunker, you're isolated to a rather small enclosed setting, and I think that actually works quite a bit better than, you know, a great big sprawling setting like this. And again, a much shorter experience too, which, again, I think would have worked better for this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's what I need to get at. Climbing into vents. Compared to what we see in the series, that isn't that bad.
I think I need this more than you do.
I'd say so. Nice little pry bar. Alright, let's go open up that one door from earlier. Worth going in here just to find some resources. Okay, so need that. Bonding agents. You mean glue? Yeah. Makes me think of that scene from Toy Story where Buzz is trying to rebuild a ship. They had 4 viewers and then they all dropped off. I guess I'm not that entertaining to watch. Then again, this is probably a boring game to watch right now. I'm not even sure I'll get to any of the segments where you encounter the xenomorph here.
Stay still.
Okay. Okay.
Now turn around. Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station. A ship.
There's no ships here.
There are.
That's another aspect of the game that I've always found a little ludicrous. Like, obviously you can't just be worrying about the alien for the entire game. Actually, you can if you thought a little bit harder about it. But in order to pad out, they have you dealing with crazed human characters as well as renegade androids. And that is actually a pretty good idea if it wasn't for the fact that all these people go insane because of one xenomorph. Are you telling me that these people can't kill a single xenomorph? I mean, yeah, it took out the entire crew of the Nostromo, but I mean, Amanda's mother killed dozens of these things in the second movie. I mean, come on. He's got a gun right there. They've got flamethrowers lying around. Why is it so hard? It's not believable in the slightest.
How do I know I can trust you?
I need to find comms. I need to contact my ship.
This is your lucky day.
If you say so, guy.
Seeks and comms is in the Systeg Spire. It's quite a distance, but we can get to a transit through the freight area. But watch yourself. We can get into all sorts of trouble there, okay?
Bigger trouble than we're already in. Alright, lead the way, Chrome Dome.
Come on, I don't want to stick around here long.
Was that you following me back there?
Had to keep my distance. Can't take any chances. Stick close to me.
What?
Hey, don't move.
Okay. We're not
Hey, easy there, guy.
I'm John. This is Ringo.
They're just some assholes. We haven't got time for this. Come on, Jana.
We're trying to get to comms. Can you help us?
We don't need their help.
Up yours, dude.
Don't tell them anything. Look, I've got the elevator working. Jana, let's go, okay?
I'm sorry. Good luck.
Yeah, same to you guys. You're an asshole, you know that, Chrome Dome?
What's that about? Why are you so damn aggressive?
Everyone's running shit scared, keeping to their own. Safer that way.
How is that safer? Safety in numbers, you idiot.
I hope this ship of yours is the real McCoy.
Is it just me, or there's some proportion issues with the size of Amanda's hand there in proportion to her wrist?
Hold up. Let me get the elevator. Allow me. Place is old. Needs a special touch.
If you say so.
Well, what are you waiting for? Hit the button.
I thought you wanted to operate the elevator. Ding ding.
Keep the noise down here. There might be people around.
I'd appreciate it if you told me what the hell was going on. Right now.
Listen, darling. When we get to the ship, we can kick back, braid each other's hair, and chat all you want.
Yeah, when we get to my ship. I need to know what's going on. Right fucking now.
That's telling him, Ripley.
Like I said, there's a killer.
A killer? What does that even mean?
I ain't seen it, but it's here. Picking us off one by one.
What are you saying? A psycho? A person?
No, something else. A monster.
I swear, it's like these guys have never seen an alien movie before. And when I say that, I mean they've never seen a movie about aliens, not necessarily an... Screw it.
Shit. We need to move. This way. Get down.
This is bullshit, man. You should be looking for a way off.
Are you crazy? There's no way off. At least we're safe down here.
For how long? What if they come for us?
Then we shoot the crap out of them. Now shut up. You're making me nervous.
Trouble. We'll have to go around them. Follow me.
Couldn't we just barter?
Feels like a graveyard, huh?
Friends of yours?
I've had run-ins with those guys before. They don't like strangers. Even nice guys like me.
I'm shocked.
I ain't pulling your chain, darling. You want to go and say hello? It's your funeral. Those guns aren't for show.
Someone should be doing something.
They are. It's called surviving.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It really does not make sense. If it was a horde of xenomorphs, I would understand that a little bit more, but just one alien, I just don't believe that it could cause this entire place to go to hell.
What can I say? My butler's on holiday. Grab what you need. You don't know when you'll get another chance. Been hunkered down here for a week now, waiting for a ship. Waiting for you, I guess.
It can get pretty dark around here. You should take that flashlight over there.
Oh, what flashlight? I don't see a flashlight here. Oh, you mean this headset? Remember when I first played this, I looked around forever until I noticed that.
Just be careful not to flash it around. We don't want to get caught. Let's go.
I swear, we gotta be climbing around these vents more than the xenomorph does.
What now?
I'll watch the vent. There's another vent round here somewhere. I marked it so I wouldn't forget it.
The line effects in this game are absolutely stunning as well. This could give Doom 3 a run for its money. They're so good.
Axel, is this it?
Hold on. I'm coming. I knew it was here somewhere. See? Got it covered. Come on. It's not smart to stay here too long.
It's gotta be murder on his bat to move through these vents like that.
Everyone travels around here.
Just those that want to stay alive, sweetheart.
Torrens, so that's your ship, huh?
Quiet. I hear something.
Yeah, I hear you. Will do. Gotta go meet the others. Something's going down. There's always something going down.
Come on. We don't want to piss him off. Come on. Someone will send help soon.
Again, it looks like you guys are pretty well armed. Why is the one xenomorph such a problem?
Okay, gotta be quiet here. flashlight. Quiet. Hold up.
What's the emergency? Someone else has been here. Everyone, stay alert. Keep your guns tight. Shoot anyone you don't know. Stick around while I check our stock.
They're armed. Too many of them to take on.
Take on?
We still got to get through there. The door at the end.
How?
Let's try a distraction. The generator. If that went out, they'd have to check it out. You're smaller than me. You'll make less noise.
Great.
Which one of you checked our
Yeah, I guess there's no chivalry in the depths of space either.
Decide to help yourself a little? What the
And really, this is all the stealth really boils down to in this game. Just crouching, trying to keep the enemy's backs to you, and just praying that they don't see you. It's a little bit better when the alien's in the picture, because you actually do have to worry about the noise you make. For example, one of the ways that you can keep track of the alien's movements is through the motion detector. But if the alien is close enough to you, it'll actually hear the beep of the motion detector, and that'll draw it to you. So you gotta be mindful of that. But I also kind of wish that the human characters made more noise as all this was going on, as that would give you a better indication of where they are and make it easier for you to circumvent them. Kind of like Thief, if you ever played that. I don't think enough people are. Stealth systems in games have gotten really sloppy over the years.
Who's there? Doesn't seem to be broken. How would you know, Einstein?
If the generator had blown, there'd be smoke.
Well, it's not working now.
Maybe the safety got tripped.
Nice work, Rick.
Could have been a road. Got stuck in it. Set off the safety.
Follow me.
A rat. Big fucking rat to do that.
Well, I don't know.
Someone is fucking with us. Probably the same person who stole it.
Let's keep it down. They're still close by.
More glue.
How much further?
Nearly there. Transit's just up ahead. Let's just hope your ship's still there. Sevastopol not quite what you're expecting, eh?
This is about what I expected. Where'd he go?
It's powered down.
Oh, there he is.
Assholes have cut us off. Got it. We need to activate both consoles at the same time to open it. I'll do this one. You go to the one on the other side.
Okay.
The spoilers always remind me of something that you did constantly in Sly 3. Pushing the buttons at the same time. It's actually a real-world safety measure. Typically with, I think it's when you have access to anything that has access to nuclear weapons. They don't want anyone alone with that kind of power. Hang on, Chrome Dome. I'm a-coming.
You bums think you can take what you want? Get the fuck off me!
Gongala! Hey!
Fuck.
That was uncalled for.
Others are on their way. We need to go now.
Shoot him, shoot him.
Move it.
Shoot him! Shit, I think he's dead.
What is wrong with you people?
Come on!
You killed that guy!
Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life. This is about survival. Do you understand? Hear something?
Hey, dude, look at your feet.
I hear something.
Axel?
Look if I go on me.
I didn't like him to begin with. But I want to get the fuck out of Dodge now.
Gotta keep moving.
Alright. I know that alien's still around here somewhere. Where you at, big guy? God, that music is terrifying. Open up the door, damn it. Ha. Yeah, as much as I bashed a lot of the mechanics in this game, when you actually do encounter the Xenomorph, it is genuinely terrifying. Which, again, it kind of makes me wish that they had designed this game to where it was the only threat you have to deal with. And a lot of people will say, well, that wouldn't work. Well, they kind of proved that it could work with Amnesia the Bunker the more I think about it. The monster in that game is the only thing you have to deal with, and it kind of functions in the same way the alien does in this game. So, yeah, it can work. Grave Assembly, I think, was just overthinking it ever so slightly.
Tech support services at Gemini Exoplanet Solutions. Sevastopol transit system is reporting a...
Alright, how much time we got left? 8:58, so I got 2 minutes left. Not gonna mess around with that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here because I don't think there's anything else major I can get to within the next couple of minutes. So, Alien Isolation. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of this game. Now, in regards to what I really like about this game just nails the aesthetic. The world of Alien is just beautifully brought to life in Isolation. The encounters with the Xenomorph are incredibly frightening. But when you move past all that stuff, you'll find that the game actually is kind of sloppy in a lot of regards. The story itself, it doesn't really amount to much when you get down to it. The encounters with the humans, like, again, I kind of have to suspend my disbelief a little bit because, like, I just don't see them struggling this much with a single Xenomorph. I know there are other factors at play, but it just doesn't add up to me. And dealing with them is just such a pain in the butt, especially when you have to sneak by them, which you have to do for most of the game because you don't want the Xenomorph coming down on top of you. The working Joes are also really annoying. It's just, whenever the game does anything else other than the encounters with the Xenomorph, it's just kind of bland when you get down to it. I won't say it's necessarily done poorly, it's just not done terribly well either. I've played better stealth games, I've played better horror games, and while Alien Isolation has a lot going for it, this wouldn't be my first choice if I were to recommend a survival horror game to someone. Now, if I were to recommend a horror alien game to someone, This would definitely be the one I would recommend, but when you really think about it, there aren't a whole lot to pick from. There are surprisingly few survival horror games based on the Alien franchise. There's a lot of first-person shooters, especially the Alien vs. Predator stuff, but not many survival horror games, which is really weird. I would like to see them take another crack at this, especially now that we have the bunker, which really shows that you can get away with just a singular enemy. Put most of the focus on just resource management and stuff like that. But, the lights is really expensive, and I feel like they'd want to go bigger, which I think is this game's real biggest problem. It is just a little too bloated for the concept it tries to go for. I still do recommend it, especially to fans of the Alien franchise, but otherwise, there are better games you can play. If you really want a good Alien survival horror game, play Dead Space or play the System Shock games. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I do these live streams every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, barring some instances where I just can't be around to play live for you guys, at which point I'll leave something recorded for you. If there's a game you'll like me to play for the live stream, please be sure to leave it in the comments. I'm always looking for new games to play. And, yeah, just hope you guys have a good work week. I'll see you next time.